Have you ever felt this deep ache inside your chest? That quiet frustration that visits you at night, when the world is silent and your dreams are loud? Have you ever imagined a bigger life for yourself? A stronger version of you? A future where you're respected, confident, fulfilled. But when it is time to act, you wait. You say, tomorrow. If you are a woman who dreams deeply but delays quietly, this story is for you. Because ambition lives in many women's hearts, but exhaustion, fear, and emotional weight often slow their steps. And no one talks enough about that. Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by green fields and tall trees, there lived a young woman named Amina. Amina was 25 years old. She was healthy. She was intelligent. She was full of dreams that kept her awake at night. She often told the women around her, "One day, I will become the most successful farmer in this village. My land will glow with golden crops. People will come to me for guidance. I will be respected, not because I am loud, but because I am capable." The village admired Amina's vision. They praised her words. They smiled at her confidence. But there was a silent problem. Amina delayed her actions. When the sun rose, other women walked toward their fields, babies tied to their backs, hands already tired before the day even began. Amina stayed behind. When women worked under the burning sun, Amina sat in the shade, talking about her future. When women carried water from the well, Olin managed homes, cooked meals, cared for elders, Amina said softly, "I will start tomorrow." She had big dreams, but she postponed the work. Not because she was stupid, not because she lacked ambition, but because she was tired in ways no one saw. Amina had spent years giving emotionally, listening to others, helping neighbors, being the understanding one, being the good girl. She absorbed everyone's problems, everyone's expectations, everyone's opinions about who she should be. By the time she sat alone with her dreams, she felt drained. So she rested, and rested, and delayed. She loved imagining success, but starting felt heavy, almost frightening, because starting meant responsibility, and failure, and judgment. And women are judged harshly when they fail. One evening, Amina's Aunt Khadija, an older woman with strong hands and calm eyes, came to visit her. Khadija had lived a long life. She had raised children. She had lost dreams. She had rebuilt herself more than once. She looked at Amina's land. The soil was rich. The earth was fertile, but it was empty. Khadija said gently, "My daughter, why is your land silent? You speak of golden crops, but I see only untouched soil." Amina smiled, a little embarrassed. "Auntie, don't worry. I will begin tomorrow. You'll see." Khadija didn't argue. She didn't scold. She sighed. She had heard this tomorrow from many women before, including herself. So she reached into her bag and took out 2 small cloth pouches. Inside were seeds. "These are not ordinary seeds," Khadija said. "The first is the seed of ambition. If you plant it and care for it daily, it will grow into a tree that gives fruit, shade, and independence." She paused. "The second is the seed of delay. It grows on its own, fast, but it spreads weeds everywhere. It steals space. It suffocates everything else." She placed both seeds in Amina's hands. My daughter, both seeds already live inside you. Your future depends on which one you nurture. That night, Amina stared at the seeds. I want success, she whispered. I want more. But when morning came, her body felt heavy. Her mind felt crowded. She said, I will plant them tomorrow. Days passed. One afternoon, out of boredom and curiosity, Amina planted both seeds. She told herself, I will take care of them later. Weeks went by. Life distracted her. Emotional demands pulled her in every direction. She kept listening, helping, delaying herself. One morning, she finally walked to her field. Her heart dropped. The seed of delay had grown wildly. Thick weeds covered the land. They choked the soil. They spread without permission. And the seed of ambition, it was small, weak, almost dying. Amina felt something crack inside her. This wasn't just a field. It was her life. Khadija returned and stood beside her. She didn't raise her voice. She said calmly, this is how life works for women like us. Ambition is delicate. It needs daily effort, courage, and boundaries. But delay grows naturally when you are tired, when you give too much to others, when you put yourself last. She looked at Amina with compassion. You wanted greatness, but postponing your life is another form of self-abandonment. Amina dropped to her knees. Tears fell onto the dry soil. She thought of all the times she said yes to others, while saying no to herself. All the mornings she delayed her dreams, because she felt guilty choosing herself. That night she couldn't sleep. She whispered into the darkness, if I don't change now, I will lose myself completely. Before sunrise, Amina woke up. Her body hurt. Her hands shook. But she walked to her field. She pulled out the weeds with her own hands. They scratched her skin. They fought back. It was painful, slow, exhausting. But for the first time, she didn't stop. She watered the seed of ambition. Every day, she learned to say no. She learned to rest without guilt. She learned that discipline is not cruelty. It is self-respect. Slowly, the seed grew. Months passed. Years passed. The land transformed. And so did Amina. She became known as the woman who stopped delaying her destiny, who chose herself, who turned exhaustion into power. Dear woman listening to this story, this is not about farming. It is about your life. Inside you live two seeds. One is ambition. One is delay. Ambition needs action, boundaries, and courage. Delay grows quietly when you ignore yourself. Do not wait for tomorrow. Start today. Water your ambition. Protect your energy. Pull out the weeds, even if it hurts. Because your dreams deserve your effort. If this story touched your heart, share it with a woman who needs to hear it. And remember, choosing yourself is not selfish. It is necessary.